So how did I get here? Obviously, you guys know that I went to Brother Rice, graduated in '01, played a bunch of sports while I was here. Actually, Joe and I won a state championship in the year 2000, so it was, there you go. But it was a great experience for me, not just only from the standpoint that you get exposed to different experiences like this, but it was really a time where I felt like I knew everything, and maybe that was just chalk it up to me being really young or thinking I knew everything and didn't have those experiences yet. But really, I thought I was going to be a sports broadcaster. I thought that was it. That was going to be my life's work, and it was really something that I wasn't saying, oh, what's the next step? I was really decided about. So kind of taking you through that process, I went to Indiana University and was there for 4 years and studied radio and TV broadcasting. And this was an opportunity not for me only to go away and get out of my comfort zone, but it was an opportunity for me to, be able to study radio and TV and have, different experiences. And, most notably while I was there, I worked for an independent radio station, which was a very entrepreneurial venture, and we only had about 1,000 listeners or so, and it was, a great experience to where I was able to get that, firsthand experience. I was a copywriter, and also I had written and produced my own sports show called Time Out for Sports. So it was one of these things where it would be a 10-minute update that I would have every hour on the hour, whether it was local high school sports, whether it was Indiana University athletics. It was something that was really cool for me to get that firsthand experience and knowledge on what I was doing and where I wanted to take my career. So kind of moving along, it was junior year of college, and then I was moving on, and it was the year before I was going to graduate, and I was coming back to Detroit, and I wanted to do an internship, and I was able to have the opportunity to go to Sports Radio 1130 The Fan. It's now Detroit Sports Talk, but it was great because I got to work for Sean Belegian, if you guys are familiar with him, and very, very cool guy, very great experience. But what I'm really trying to kind of narrow in on here is that internships are so vital, so vitally important to you, especially at this time as you're going on to choose your career, because they can either show you that, wow, this is something I really want to do, or no, this is something that I don't want to do. And through this internship, great experience, but I thought I had it figured out even from an early age when I was in high school, and coming through college and studying. But I took this internship, and as Joe can attest to it because we spoke many times, the more I was around it, yes, I was passionate about it, but I realized that sports was more of an outlet for me. It's something that I love to talk about, I love to listen to, I love to watch, but it was something that was, I don't know, just an outlet. The more I was around it, I kind of realized that maybe there were some other opportunities out there for me. So with that being said, graduated from Indiana University, had an opportunity with Philip Morris USA, which I had all this sports experience and wanted to do the sports broadcasting, but I kind of took a left turn and went to work for Big Tobacco. So if you guys don't know what Philip Morris is, Marlboro cigarettes, so obviously you can see how I was kind of going from one extreme to the other. Not that this is bad, it's a great experience, but that's a point in my life where I chose something that I wasn't really passionate about internally and what I really wanted to do or what I valued. And it was something more for experience, but also there's money and there was benefits with it. And that's what I was that was the crossroads at that point. But as we move on here, just wanted to let you know that at any point that you kind of find something where you're really passionate about it, or there's something that you're not passionate about and you're really trying to find that connection, as I spoke about earlier, this is an opportunity where it's okay to take a risk. It's okay to do something different or kind of go against the grain and say, you know what, this isn't making me happy. It's not really fulfilling to me, whether from a personal standpoint or a career standpoint, and you can make a change. And it's really comes down to what makes you tick. So if there's a hobby that you guys have that you're really interested in, it's one of those things where you really have to figure it out for yourself. And just a couple examples here for you. If you're sports centric, you're really into sports, maybe you want to go into coaching, maybe you want to work for a sports team. If you're really musically inclined, maybe that's something that you should think about. You're creative, artistic, or if you like to work with kids, maybe it's an opportunity for you guys. You like to babysit you like to mentor, maybe, teaching would be a good career for you. So how do you really get there? I know I touched on the internship opportunities and how important that is for you. It's one of those steps that you can take, so really utilize your resources. And I think, as far as you guys taking the first step, as I alluded to earlier, you guys are already here. You're getting a, first-hand view on, different careers and opportunities. Obviously, you guys are getting up at 7 in the morning, so you guys are taking that first step, which is, very, very good. And just wanted to commend you guys for that. So you're definitely joining clubs, forums, partnerships. If there's any family or friends that you guys have that, there's a certain career that you guys are interested in, I think this is one of those opportunities where you go to shadow them. You go to, ask them about that career, you interview them, you get more insights and opportunities and feedback upon that, and once you speak with them and kind of own that career and just check it out. And taking action is the biggest thing, so be proactive about it. If there's questions that you have, ask them. If there's things that you want to do or you want to find out about it, there's no hurt in going and being proactive and finding if it's right for you. So I know it's early, but kind of a recap here is, the main point, what makes you tick. Find that career or that opportunity that, is something that is kind of, interwoven in you, it's innate. It's something where, like for me, I'm a huge sports guy, bless you. I'm really, passionate about it, but, I had to figure out, maybe trying something else for a little bit. That wasn't right for me. Maybe there's another route for me to get back into this field, and, hence the Fathead opportunity. So really here, again, align your personal goals with your career, set yourself up for success. From my personal standpoint, and maybe you guys feel differently, but I don't think I could really reach my full potential without having these two things in mind. Again, be proactive, and if there's questions that you have, ask them. Research it. Go out there and push yourself to make sure you guys find that opportunity and go after it with a vengeance. So that's pretty much what I had to share as far as that goes. I know we have limited time, but I'll open it up for questions right now if you guys have anything to add.
What was it like moving out of state to go to college?
It was, really different because you didn't have a lot of your friends that were there. And I know most of my buddies were going to, whether it was Wayne State or Michigan State or Michigan, and I was really out of my safety net. So it was kind of difficult from that standpoint. We were going on this new venture on your own, but it was something, on the other hand, that was so exciting because you had this new opportunity, this uncharted territory. It was this new chapter of your life. And I think that was probably one of the most influential steps that I took, because it taught me how to rely on myself and be independent, but also it taught me that, it's okay to do something different. There's other experiences that are out there. So if you ever have the opportunity, whether it's, maybe it's not going away for school, but maybe it's, another job that you could take, in a different area, or just trying something different, or doing something out of the norm, it's worth it to try it, to take that risk. If it doesn't work out, what's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work out and you go back to the drawing board, but I think that was probably one of the most influential steps that I took. Good question.